Hi, I'm Daz. Another cassette deck? Yeah, I've got 4 cassette decks I've discovered, and none of them are working. I wanted to record some tapes, so rather unfortunate. This one's a 2-deck model. I think it's quite a late model by the looks of it, but having a bit of trouble with fast forward and rewind. Oh, fast forward's working now, that's good. But this one's got 2 belts. Interestingly, the secondary belt, which is used for fast forward and rewind, that one's loose, but the one on the flywheels is fine. But the main problem I had is I tried to put it into record and I couldn't. So I had a bit of a guess. Can I get into record now? I can. But being a microprocessor controlled deck, there is some contacts here which sense whether the record prevention tab's been in, chromium dioxide, and whether the cassette is there. And I kept operating them and eventually it worked, but I think we need a bit of contact cleaner, because if I tap it, quite often it drops recording, and of course it won't do it now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I think the problem is this leaf switch here. So the question is, how easy is it to get at? I don't know. So I looked at the way to approach this one, and I was going to take the front panel off. So only appears to be 3 screws and 2 clips. Then I discovered that there are 2 screws on plastic mounts that go through the deck chassis, so I'd have to take the circuit board out instead. So what I've done, managed to unclip the solenoid. The solenoid plunger's fallen out, but hopefully that won't be too hard to put back. So now I've got access to the belts and the switches, so careful not to catch the optical sensor. Fortunately, there's a convenient little point next to the motor pulley that I've managed to park the flat belt, so I've been able to change the fast forward rewind belt. I shall try and attempt to show that if I can. There we go. Black against black is not the best thing to film, but interestingly, I can't see much metal on these flywheels unless they've got metal inside them, but quite lightweight flywheels, but I guess towards the cassette end of the cassette era that's what you tend to see. Fortunately, these switches here have little gaps in the end, so I've been able to get the contact cleaner in. But this small switch here, not sure what it's for, perhaps it tells it when the deck's up or a feedback, but there's a little plastic top and it's completely sealed, so what I've had to do is put a screwdriver in each side, a very small one, and pull the clip open. So now I can give it a clean. Okay, I'll admit that it's very difficult to line the plunger up at the same time making sure the infrared sensor went in right, but I've done it. Rewind. Oh yes, that's better. Fast forward. Yes, that's very good. Right, that's good. That sounds a lot better. Next thing is put it in record and give it a tap, but I'm not convinced it won't still trip despite cleaning the contacts. It might be that I'm just being a little bit too vicious. No, that seems to be holding. That's excellent. Okay. Right, now leave it in record for a long while and see what happens. Interestingly, this cassette deck has got a auto bias feature. I'll just push that now. What I guess I'm going to see here is I'm going to see the bias moved up and down, and I guess on playback it must do some sort of detection in order to work out what the ideal bias is, and there it goes. Yeah, that's gradually creeping the bias up. Oh yes. It's now rewinding, it's now playing it back. So it must be muting whatever's on the tape. That's interesting. Don't know if the camera's picking up that tone, but this is, I interrupted the bias, auto bias function, and that's what was left on the tape. Okay, so that's that tape machine done, and I've now got a usable tape machine. I found the auto tape bias very interesting. It sounded like there was a start tone and a very high frequency tone recorded on the tape. I'm not quite sure how it interprets that while it adjusts the bias, but I'm sure it's looking for some sort of response from the tone. Anyway, thanks for watching.